In this video, we're going to discuss what separates the guy bringing home 19 bucks an hour from the one who's worth 25 million. Stay with us. On average, dog walkers charge $19 an hour, but Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, doesn't charge anything like that. He's got an estimated net worth of $25 million. Why? Yeah, major media. He's been on TV. That's why. Now, I want to take a minute and break down the numbers. Have you seen The Dog Whisperer, by the way? Great show. But this brings a very important point home. So, okay, The Dog Whisperer was on TV from 2004 to 2012. And assuming that Cesar Millan worked full time, now, which is not the case. I know the way TV production works, it's not a 40-hour week, just isn't, not for the person on camera. But even so, if you break it down to 40 hours a week over 8 years, presuming he worked every single week and took 0 vacations, just worked, it would break down to $1,500 an hour. Now, why does that matter? Well, it certainly matters to Cesar Millan because it's allowed him to stop trading hours for dollars and scale his business big time. You know, our hours are the one non-renewable resource, right? Our time. So it matters to him in the world of why does it matter? It also matters to dog owners whose dogs have behavioral issues. Because those dog owners are able to learn that, well, they're able to learn how to serve their dogs, help their dogs fix the problems so that they could love their dog and not have these behavioral issues. And I assert it also matters to you too, if you want to stop trading your precious hours for dollars and stop hemorrhaging that most precious resource of all, your time. I'm Cheryl Hunter. I don't know if we've met before, but I want to welcome you to watching this video. My team and I help experts get out in front of the world, harnessing the immense power of major media. So let's get back to Cesar Millan here, okay? So his first job was working in a dog grooming store. People started recognizing, man, this guy is an expert, right? He's got this huge natural ability to train dogs. So, of course, people started bringing their dogs to him. Then in 2000, he created Pacific Point Training Academy to train dogs. Now, it was in Los Angeles. 2 of his first clients, this happens in LA, were celebrities, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and it's no surprise that with clients like those, 2 years later, Cesar Millan was able to get profiled by the LA Times. Woohoo! Then in 2004, another 2 years later, The Dog Whisperer went live on TV, and the rest is history. I mean, the show was a huge hit. It was broadcast in more than 80 countries, 80 countries around the world. The New York Times estimated that the show had an audience of 11 million viewers each week. Now, look, I was on Dr. Phil. I had my own episode there, 4.4 million viewers, and that's a huge show. But I mean, 11 million viewers a week. If you've never seen the show, it really is delightful. Go catch a old version of it, go catch a rerun of it someplace. The Dog Whisperer with Cesar Millan featured guests that they had problems with dogs, and they shot it in a style that it was like a documentary. It preceded a lot of the shows that were done like this. And it had interviews with the owners, interviews with Millan, images of him training the dog. He offered really specific, very good suggestions. He's great at what he does, true expert. He came from the mentality that dogs are pack animals. smart, right? And he said usually when there's a breakdown in the behavior of the dog, it's because the human is not being the leader of the pack. The dog is. And so he taught people how to become the pack leader in the pack of their dog so that they could be the alpha. The dog wasn't ruling the roost and all that. Now, at the peak of his visibility, Cesar Millan was earning approximately, get this, $170,000 per episode. Hello. And he was earning anywhere from 30K to 100K, it was estimated, for appearances to show up someplace as the expert that he is. Now, this is really an amazing story. You know, if you read his backstory any place, came from Mexico, had a dream, moved to LA. He had a huge dream. And this guy made it happen on a massive scale, 11 million viewers an episode, 80 countries worldwide. He made a name for himself. He made a difference with the people he wanted to impact. He made a difference for not just dog lovers, but dogs. And he started this whole new, this revolution in the way that people relate to their animals. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful work, right? And why do I bring all this up? Well, I bring it up because he's an expert. And I help experts, my team and I help experts get out to the world. Every month over month, thousands of people with dreams, just like Cesar Millan's, reach out to us. And they come to us and they'll say things like, I know I'm going to make it happen. My dream is real. I've had it since I was a kid. Or things like, God gave me this dream. I have faith it's going to come true. But then, you know, whatever it is, their dream, their business, their product, their book, their service, their message. I know I'm going to be big. I know it's going to happen. Everybody's going to know my name. Here's the thing. Everybody says that. Literally everybody who says that. Everybody thinks that they're going to make it. And the hard, cold truth is that's just not going to happen. Look, the Small Business Administration, the SBA, has put out numbers on biz failure. Now, these numbers on business failure are, this is longitudinal analysis. It's not like it came out on Wednesday for this past week. According to the SBA, 20% of small businesses fail in year one. 30% of small businesses fail in year two. 50% of small businesses fail after 5 years in business. 10 years in, 70% of small business owners fail in their business. And these are numbers before COVID. Now, look, I gotta say, I'm not trying to be a dream stealer. On the contrary, for my clients, I am the ultimate dream fulfiller. But it's just that I'm related to reality. Partially because thousands of people reach out each month, partially because I know from a decade of struggle, I'm not kidding, that number is not blown out of proportion. There's no hyperbole here. A decade it took me to get out to the world. For that reason, I'm related to reality. It takes a firm grip on reality, a firm relationship with reality to bring a dream from imagination into fulfillment, into realization, into manifestation, into, in fact, real life. Now, I'm just going to say it. So many people reach out to us and they're like, well, God put this dream in my heart. There's a quote. Oh, I wish I could. Here's the essence of it. God doesn't care who fulfills the dream. He just cares that the dream gets fulfilled. In who does the fulfilling? In that, he takes only a passing interest. I'm going to have to find that quote. But do you get the point? I say this because we'll talk to people. I've personally, not just the people on my team, I've talked to personally talked to people who said, oh, God put this dream in my heart. I've had this dream in my heart since I was a girl or a young boy. And so since God put the dream in my heart, he's going to fulfill it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think if you've had a dream in your heart for 40 years and you haven't made it happen yet, and God has put you on the phone with me and my team who make that kind of stuff happen, and you're still wishy-washy about it, I don't know. I kind of think God's going to go, you know what? I think he or she ain't very apt to fulfill this one. I'm going to hand it off to somebody else who's going to get busy on it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? Just because you've got a dream doesn't mean it's going to be fulfilled. I would love to say that was true. I love watching people fulfill their dreams. It's what I get to do every single day with my team, watching our clients fulfill their dreams, get their messages out to the world on a big scale, have their businesses succeed at the level they were designed to succeed, sell the books, do the speaking engagements, the coaching, consulting, business owners, owners of foundations, experts, medical professionals, whatever that is, scientists. But it takes more than a dream and the belief that it's going to happen. So look, let's break it down in a different way. I'll take it out of the realm of God doesn't care who fulfills it. He just wants that the dream be fulfilled. And you know, the people that are supposed to be helped by the dream get helped. Let's take it from a different angle. So Cesar Millan started his training academy for dogs in 2000. It's a very different year, 21 years down the road from 2000. What's different? Well, for one, hello, the internet. The internet was at its infancy. Were you online in 2000? I was, but I mean, many people weren't. They certainly didn't have their business online. It was nothing like the over proliferation of everything is done online now. In 2000, a lot of people barely used the internet. Making a name for yourself in 2000, that was easy. You know, I'm not downplaying at all what Cesar Millan did. He created an empire. It's amazing. But making a name for yourself, it was a whole different world. Today, good luck. It's like, it's such a loud, crowded world today. You have to be able to stand out from the crowd. You have to be able to pierce through the noise. I go online sometimes, tell me if you're going to relate. Like I go online to do something very specific, and I get on there and I'm like, half an hour's passed. I was like, what did I come on here for? There's so much noise bombarding us from all sides, particularly when we go online. But even, hell, I'll walk into the kitchen sometimes and go like, what did I come in here for? Because there's all this stuff happening. My phone's ringing, just a million things are going. A million things in our lives are trying to get our attention at every moment. It's the same thing for your clients, I can promise you. They've got all those distractions happening. You have to be able to pierce through everything that's happening in their life and reach them in their heart so they go, wait, I need you. You get it. You get me. I need you. That is a Herculean task today. You know, back in the day, when the dog owners when they saw Cesar Millan's show, they got it. They knew they needed him. They knew they needed his help. And it really is that same way for your ideal clients. How do you get them to know that they need you? You know, it's not like with Cesar Millan, he had this TV show. He could just get them to sit down and watch him for 30 minutes on international TV. You don't have a way to have people sit down and watch you on TV. You got to come up with ways. How are you going to reach them? How are you going to do that? How do you even let your people, your target audience, the people who need your help, how do you even let them know you exist? Social media alone doesn't work. I mean, it's great for some things, but I mean, I've got a client, Dina, brilliant woman. She created a suicide prevention and awareness foundation, like a 501c3, does extraordinary work in the world. One of the problems she had when she came to us, she was trying to do everything through Facebook. She would build a page on Facebook to 10,000 followers. Facebook would take it down, delete it. She builds another one. They take it down, delete it. I've had my own Instagram account deleted. One of my podcasts, they just deleted it one day to the next, and that's that. You know, it's on social media, you don't own the platform. You may build to hundreds of thousands of followers and still not have any access to these people. There was a woman who came to us who had 165,000 Instagram followers and was trying to get them to sign up to her to her email account, email list. She couldn't get any of them to sign up. What good is it? None of them were buying her lip pencil. What good is it? Social media enough just isn't enough. It's not enough to reach your people. It's, you know, most people we speak to will on the social media front, will spend hours posting, hours each week, some of them hours each day, and never get anything, like, you know, 1 or 2 likes here and there, a couple of shares, but 0 clients. What's the point of social media if you're not getting clients from it? It's just a dead end strategy. Again, you don't own the platform. You don't own your audience. So then we're back to the same question. So then how do you reach people? One of the things we ask on our strategy sessions is we ask people, you know, how are you reaching people now? How do you intend to reach people? Because these are important questions. You got to figure it out. You would be surprised. You would be shocked how many times we hear, I'm going to start a blog. I am going to start a YouTube channel. Wait, I am going to start a podcast. Great. So now you'll be unknown, anonymous, and invisible in another area. Do you get my point? It's that bad idea. If you get what I'm saying, like, again, if you're unknown, invisible, anonymous already, creating another avenue to bifurcate your attention and become unknown in multiple areas isn't your solution. So again, we're back to the question, how do you reach the people you want to serve to let them know you're in business? That's the age-old question for any business owner. That is what you have to figure out. And just, you know, again, a word to the wise. If you think like Cesar Millan is just going to happen for you, I want to bring you back to reality. Remember how he got started? A-list celebrity clients, like A-list, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith. How many of you have A-list clients like Will Smith who are going to go to bat for you? If your answer is 0 or none or not me, then it's time to actually come up with a real strategy. Can you see that? Like, my clients recognize that for them, the best strategy for letting people know that they exist is major media. That's the best avenue to get out there. Now, they also recognize something else, which is that they've got to have the right message in place. And nobody who's ever come to us has the right message in place. And a lot of them are authors. So they naturally think, well, I've had people come to us who are copywriters and they don't have the right message in place. Now, in terms of major media, luckily today there's a 24-hour news cycle. What that means is getting into media today, in theory, is much easier than it's ever been before. You know, back in the day, you know, Walter Cronkite and the nightly news, they had 1 hour of news to fill up a night. But today it's 24/7. Producers, it's impossible for anyone to come up with that much content all the time. So if you know how to create the right kind of message, you could be the answer to a prayer for these media producers. If you've got the right message, if you know the right media sources to approach, and if you've got the right relationships with the right media professionals, and if you know exactly what to say to those media professionals to make them realize that you are in fact an answer to their prayers. I mean, if all those in place, and if you've got the exact mindset that you need to go from hiding in the shadows to standing in the spotlight and being seen, known, and heard by the world, then you're golden. You can take advantage of the 24-hour news cycle. So, I mean, just take a minute and look. How do you know if you've got the right message? How do you know if you've got the right media sources to approach? How do you know if you've got the right relationships with the right media professionals? And if you know exactly what to say to those media professionals to make them realize that you are, in fact, the answer to their prayer? And if you've got the exact mindset that's going to take you right into the spotlight. How do you know if you've got those things? Well, you know if you've got major media attention, if the press loves you, if you're all over magazines and newspapers and authority sites and TV or whichever media is the right media for you. It's simple. You've either got tons of media or you don't have the right message or the right media or the right contacts and relationships or the right mindset in place, period, plain and simple. You either have a ton of media or you don't have the right things in place. So remember where we started this whole conversation. Dog trainers across the US, the average that they're earning is $19 an hour. Cesar Millan, who's been on TV, has a net worth of 25 million bucks. You choose. You choose. And if you are an expert like Cesar Millan, and you're ready to get the recognition for your message, for your service, for your brand, for your expertise, and you want to be known as the world leader in your field so that you can have the impact, really make the difference. You could have the influence and the income that you deserve, then we should definitely talk. To book your free strategy session, just go to CherylHunter.com/talk. Look, I want to be crystal clear again. I am not a dream stealer. I am a dream fulfiller. That's what my team and I do every single day. But for you to fulfill your dream, you got to first get related to reality. Know that hope is not a strategy, but there are, in fact, good strategies out there. Find one. One of the best things you can do for yourself is get on a free strategy session with us to see, is your strategy working or what strategy will? On that call, we'll take a look at your current visibility today and what's not working. Then we'll take a look out into the future at what the vision is that you hold. What's the dream that you have? And there'll be a gap between those two. If we can close the gap, we'll absolutely show you how. But if not, we're experts in the field. We'll pause the call and look to see what is going to close that gap best. I don't know what that'll be. I don't know your individual business, where you are currently, what's not working with your visibility, and where you see yourself. But the outcome of that strategy session is that you get crystal clear what's not working and you know exactly how to fix it. And you'll know the exact next steps to fulfill that dream that you have. Sound good? So that is getting related to having a strategy that actually works. And when you're willing to give up hope as a strategy, and you are unwilling to go one more day without a proven strategy in place, then again, it's time we talk. Just go to CherylHunter.com/talk. I'll throw the link in the comments section. I really cannot wait to see you on the other side. And whether your dream is like Cesar Millan, have your own TV show, whether it's, hey, we've got clients who've never been on TV, but have bumped up their revenue by 3 digits a month. That's 2 of our most successful clients. They do mostly newspaper. But again, like I said, the right message out to the right audience with the right media. They've got the right media for them, happens to be newspaper. So when you're ready to find out what the right strategy is for you, to let your ideal clients know that you are the answer to a prayer for them, again, let's hop on the phone. All righty. I can't wait to see you then.